Thank you to Benjamin Bagley, Buddy Bub, Aiden B, G4J, PTTS, No Macality, Pollux, Mom's Din, and so many others for your support. Now, before we get into the main episode, I want to make something clear. There's been a lot of confusion recently over what the languages reviewed in this series are. As much as it may seem to the contrary, these languages are created by me. Of course, they weren't created for the series. In fact, the first 4 were all for different, if not related, purposes. I hope I've made it abundantly clear that these are mine. The series was intended as a Conlang showcase of sorts, except since most of these languages were made in my early days of conlanging, it also serves to critique my own mistakes, now that I have more knowledge. As for the future of the series, I would love to continue it after I exhaust my repository of languages, and I'm continuing to take suggestions. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Thank you, and enjoy the main show. Odulibeyo, B. Odulima, Si Olilu, Decati Webenyo, Bosudu, Modulibeyo, no todo, Decati Sotu, Modulima Berduma, Dulima Sododu, Decati. Hello and welcome to Conlang Critique. I'm Manius Dolosus. Today we're reviewing the language of soldiers and savages, Nosaño! Let's begin a little differently by talking not about the phonology, but the context that this language appears in. Nosaño is a member of the Tissian language family, which also includes Semcareyu. Most basically, the Tissian family originated from the ancient language spoken by the Saraki Maisa, an even more ancient civilization that existed in the peninsula of Tis. The language is spoken by over 800,000 people, as well as over 2.5 million as a secondary language. It is the official tongue of the Republic of Kuduli and has 2 main dialects, city and rural. We'll be covering the city dialect. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the phonology. Here is everything.
Ba, da, ta, ka, ga, sa, ha, ma, na, nya, ra, la, ya, wa, I, e, e, a, o, u.
Like most Tissian languages, Nosaño has long and short vowels. These evolved relatively recently compared to other Tissian languages. It uses the standard 5-vowel system. The only really unique thing about this chart is that the nya is annotated by in with a tilde. The evolution makes complete sense and has the same evolutionary history as the sound in Spanish. It's quite cool and makes the language more unique. Using an in with a tilde, however, is an odd choice, but I suppose it's understandable. Next, the phonotactics. Nosaño's word order is SVO, like English and Espanol. Its syllable shape is CVC, meaning it can use consonants as codas, but it's rather uncommon. The stress falls on the third to last syllable, unless the second to last syllable is long. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Hold on. Here's an example. This word is pronounced siholitu, with a stress on the li. But if we added a macron to the O, it would become siolitu. Hopefully that's less confusing. Now, on to the grammar. Let's see. What should we talk about first? Oh, no, don't bring him in here. Oh. Yeah, verb conjugation. Let's talk about that. Nosaño has the standard singular and plural forms with endings added on to indicate the person. In order of person, they are K, T, R, G, Y, B. There are 5 verb tenses: present, which is unmarked; habitual, which is marked by U; simple present, simple past, which is marked by do; simple present, which is marked by you do; and future, which is marked by to. Therefore, the verb luidu means you all saw. Now, for the nouns. No, 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 don't let her in here. God damn. Okay. 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 We'll talk about grammatical gender. Nosaño is obviously based off Spanish. Like most Romance languages, it has grammatical gender. Now, this isn't the same as social definitions of gender, but sometimes uses the same names and concepts. For example, in Nosaño there are 3 grammatical genders, each using a set of vowel endings. These are masculine, using I and O, feminine, using A and E, and neuter, using U. In Nosaño, only nouns can take a gender? Technically. All verbs have the neuter ending as infinitives, but that changes relatively quickly. First, however, we have to talk about declensions, or noun cases. Unlike the languages based on, Nosaño kept the more complicated declensions of Proto-Tissian, whereas languages on the outward branch lost most of them due to losing grammatical gender. There are 3 declensions, each with 4 cases: nominative, accusative, locative, and ablative. A reduction from the 5, adding a genitive, of Proto-Tissian. The declensions are masculine first, with the endings o, I, go, lo, ri, plural, or, ir, gor, lor, ir. Feminine second with the endings a, e, ga, la, re, and plural, a, e, ga, la, e. And finally, neuter third with the endings u, gu, lu, ru, and in the plural, us, gus, lus, ru. Whew, that was a lot. Now verbs. Verbs have cases that tell you the person. As mentioned earlier, it uses the standard persons of I, you, he, she, they singular, we, you plural, they plural. Verbs also have tense and aspect. These are present, habitual, simple past, perfect, simple future. There are also the standard 2 voices of active and passive. Let's talk about something a little bit more fun. How to count in Nosaño. The number system is a boring base 10. But it's more true to Proto-Tissian. Again, the Elven branch is the exception, using base 5. Counting to 10 is easy. We'll do it in the masculine, since that's easier, but know to just substitute the ending O for an A, nor do it in feminine. Here goes nothing. Daño, taño, caño, gaño, saño, año, maño, naño, raño. After 9, you have to add it up. So 10 is daño, raño. 9 plus 1. Oh, man, it's that time already. Time to rank. Overall, Nosaño is a juicy, complicated language. While it introduces cool concepts, it doesn't exactly execute them very well. It seems like if a native English speaker tried to make up Spanish words, then some doofus made a Conlang out of it. Anyway, I'm weighting Nosaño above Volcamon, but below Semkareyu, making it the second best Conlang I've reviewed. As always, join me next time when we take a good long look at... Wait a second. It's the end of Season 1. I'll see you in a few months. I'm taking a break off! And as an early New Year's gift... When was this script written? Not an early New Year's gift, I suppose it's quite belated now. As a New Year's gift, we'll be reviewing my absolute favorite Conlang I've ever created. The language of House Song, Jabba!